right, here we go. Let's do the review for the new treasure here. Right, so we're just gonna do the gacha. Hopefully I get enough to max it out. I forget. It's been a while since we had a new treasure. What's the maximum, or how many copies do we need to max it out? Was it 60 something? Level 12, like how many copies? 67? I remember as 60 something, but I don't remember the exact number again. All right, we are at around 2,000 already. So we're getting a lot of remedies. But for you guys, I haven't personally tested out the treasures yet, but I have heard that the Sage Gem is an arena meta right now, and the remedy is also pretty darn good, and it is being used inside of the arena. All right, so we're done with the remedy. Let's see if we can get some more of the Sage Gem. Always one just comes out way more than the other. Oh my goodness. I'm already. All right, there we go. We are done with the gacha right there. So let's look at the treasure here, guys. So I already have the Sage Gem at level 2 because I was trying to use it for world exploration but didn't get to because it was just a low level. Here is the description of it. At the beginning of a battle, provide damage resist buff for your team, and I believe that is going to be a flat 15%. Ally cookies who are granted immortality receive the Great Sage's gem buff, providing 20% extra attack, 15% extra damage resist, and 38.6% extra max HP. Cookies with this buff are healed for 5.5% of max HP every 4 seconds and gain a HP shield of 20% for 4 seconds. The Great Sage buff can be applied once to a total of 3 cookies at the same time. All right, and the thing that is going to increase here with every level is the max HP. So this max HP that they get, and the healing is going to increase every single level. All right, so what it means by the immortality, all right, so ally cookie who receives immortality means someone like Shadow Milk who has immortality, someone like Burning Spice, someone like Capsaicin, someone like, you know, Fettuccine. Those kind of cookies who don't die right away are going to receive this buff. All right, so that is going to be what we have here, and that's the reason why inside of the arena right now it is a pretty darn good treasure. All right, because of the fact that most of the time we're using Burning Spice, we use the, you know, Shadow Milk, and you know, those two are really the main things. So at max level, 75% extra max HP with 10% healing every 4 seconds. All right, so that's actually going to be good. Golden Cheese, I believe, does not count towards that because of the fact that, yes, she just revives. She doesn't have a quote-unquote immortality state. All right, so Golden Cheese is not going to be affected by this treasure. And then the next one here, guys, is going to be the Subtle Fragrant Remedy. So removes debuffs from the 2 allies with the lowest HP at the moment. Heals 25% of each ally's max HP and provides debuff resist 15% for 15 seconds. If target's amplified buff is increased, they will have 12% of their max HP healed additionally and gain healing plus 10 for 15 seconds. So in my opinion, this treasure right now, it's not going to be as strong as the Sage Gem, but later down the line, when Pure Vanilla gains an awakened form, I think this will become a lot more effective as well. Right now, there are Yeti comps that are going to use the Fragrant Remedy, according to some, you know, teams that I have seen. So let's test those 2 out here, guys, inside of the team. So from what I've seen and what I've heard, this is going to be the team that is going to use the Sage Gem. All right, mainly the Sage Gem here with the vial, because we have Golden Cheese, and then instead of the necklace, we are going to be using the Sage Gem. So you don't need to use the Sage Gem if you don't have it. You can go with what I have before, which is going to be the Royal Necklace. The Royal Necklace is going to give some HP shields, some max HP, and all that stuff. But the Sage Gem now is going to be beneficial for both Shadow Milk and Burning Spice, allowing you to go and, you know, do some insane amount of extra damage as well as some extra buffs as well. So as of right now, this is going to be my build. I have a 3-second start dark cacao with swift chocolate, a full-on raspberry for burning spice with some damage resist bypass. So for shadow milk, we are using full-on searing raspberry with damage resist and extra cooldown with damage resist bypass on the biscuit, because of the fact that now that we have the gem too, you're just gonna deal so much more damage as well. All right, and then we have golden cheese with extra damage as well, with damage resist bypass and earth type damage for me right now. And then snapdragon, this is gonna depend on your build, but I have raspberry with extra cooldown, and then attack and crit with biscuit with full on cooldown. This is going to be for the sage gem, and here we go. There you guys go. You guys can see right here, this is going to be a duplicate team, except they have a 5-star awakened dark cacao, but I have a level 12 instead of they have level 8. So let's go and see how this one turns out. All right, so if you guys see, golden cheese is gonna die, popping the vial right away for us. All right, so that's gonna be good. And even if golden cheese dies, not a problem, because we have these two right here. These two are going to be the main thing. And right there, because immortality popped for burning spice, the sage gem activated as well. All right, and then after this, sage gem is also going to activate and allow shadow milk to do a ton of damage. Ooh, this one might be close. We actually might lose this one. We'll have to see how this one turns out. Man, it's just shadow milk versus shadow milk. It's just gonna depend on. It's gonna be me because I was able to use the skill a little bit faster. All right, but that was really, really close, right? You guys are gonna be able to see the total amount of damage is so much. 19 million coming out from shadow milk. All right, right here. This one is a 0-star promotion. I have 1-star promotion, but you can see they did a ton of damage there as well with 16 million, even at level 8. So you can tell that this treasure is definitely going to be inside of the arena meta right now. Yeah, personally, I did not expect Dark Cacao to also survive the meta. I personally thought Dark Cacao actually might be the one to get removed from the meta, but apparently Wind Archer is the one actually that has taken a bigger hit than Dark Cacao. Again, mainly because of the fact that Dark Cacao has the Consuming Darkness debuff, as well as the Silence, the healing himself, you know, all of that extra stuff. So you guys can see right there, that was a lot cleaner, a lot easier to beat than the other comp. All right, and then the Remedy, most people are using Remedy actually with Icicle Yeti. All right, so Icicle Yeti is the one who's using the Remedy at this point. You can see right here, Icicle Yeti provides amplified buff, so we have max HP heal and healing increase, and that's the reason why Icicle Yeti is going to be used with the Remedy. Icicle Yeti does want to have a 3-second start. Right now my biscuit is going to have attack, damage resist, and stuff like that, but a little extra cooldown is okay, but you want to have a 3-second start with a bunch of attack and crit allows for more healing. All right, so this is also going to be a team that people do use. Personally, I haven't had the opportunity to test out like which one is really stronger, but let's compare it to this team right here. I believe this team is going to be the exact same team except with Snapdragon and the Sage's gem. Only thing is their promotion and awaken is a little higher, so let's see how this one turns out. All right, so as you can see right here, the reason why we want to have a 3-second start again on Icicle Yeti is because of the fact that Shadow Milk wants to use the skill first, right? So there is that, and there you guys go. So this time around, because we don't have the Remedy, right? It's just going, or not Remedy, the Sage's gem is just going to be Shadow Milk, and Burning Spice kind of not having the extra buff. And compared to it, it seems like the Sage's gem, mainly because of the fact that they have extra damage, is going to be the better outcome here. I guess we can try it out against the old standard comp that was in the previous season as well, with the Yeti comp this time. All right, here we go. So Shadow Milk starting first. And because of that fact that they have a Dark Cacao, our Our Golden Cheese technically didn't get to use skill right after Shadow Milk. Alright. Burning Spice and Shadow Milk both already had their immortality popped. Okay, and now it's going to come down to Shadow Milk versus the Dark Cacao and Wind Archer. And it does look like we are going to be able to win. But you can see, right, that damage output-wise, Sage's Gem is a lot better. And in my opinion, the Fragrant Remedy, I think it will be a lot better once Pure Vanilla receives the Awakened form. But I gotta say, these two treasures are gonna be good. If I had to choose between the two, I think the Sage's Gem is a lot better than the Remedy as of right now. But again, I think Remedy can definitely be more effective down the line once Pure Vanilla receives an, the actual Awakened form. You can see Amplified buff, you have healing, we have all the extra stuff, and then additional to that, with the Awakened form, we'll get some more buffs as well. So I would say at least it's two new good treasures, right? Two new good treasures, and also the Remedy you can use for certain stages inside of World Exploration too, because you have debuff removal and all that other stuff. Right now, I would say first is going to be the Sage's Gem. Of course, better to use it at level at least 8 or so. All right, and then later down the line, I think the Remedy will shine a little bit more once Pure Vanilla also does come into the game, at least Awaken.